Jasmine Birtles is a financial expert. How are you doing, Jasmine? Welcome.
Hi, good there. Hi.
I'm joined in the studio by Grania McGarvey and the journalist Tina Calder. How are you doing?
Hello.
Columnist, journalist and financial expert. I want to find out how you approach savings. How do you approach it, Jasmine?
Well, the thing that I do and that I tell everybody else to do is make full use of standing orders and do it at the beginning of the month when you've got the money, when you're paying your other bills. Basically, pay yourself first. Don't wait
take the money
until
into savings before you touch it, essentially.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're going to spend it.
Yeah, if you wait until the end of the month, you won't have it. Nobody has money at the end of the month. You know, we all go, oh, look, I've got this amount, I will spend it. That's the way we go for it.
If it's as simple as that, why is Tina Calder always broke?
Which she is, I must add.
Yeah. What's the explanation? You just get a direct debit.
Do you know what it is?
Standing order.
I think it's very much a personality thing for me. I've never been a saver. Anybody that knows me knows I literally fly by the seat of my pants. If the boiler breaks or, I run out of oil or something, I just deal with it. The universe will
Every
bring
rainy
it.
day's a hurricane in your life.
It absolutely is. But I think for me, it's all about experience in life, and I don't know, but I almost begrudge the idea of not experiencing on a daily basis in order to save for a disaster. And that's what the rainy day fund is. And I love the idea of being able to save up loads of money and going to Disneyland and all of these amazing things. But the reality is I like every day to be like Disneyland. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is turning into a kind of an odd couple moment because I've got Tina here and even look different, it has to be said. Grania, you look like a saver.
Very much.
Are you?
Well, it all started back when I was about 7 or 8 and starred in a TV ad with Henry Hippo, who was the little mascot from the bank. And then I got my first Henry
There you
Hippo.
are. I was right.
And
Mine
that
was
me.
always empty.
Yeah.
I started off saving, and I am a saver because it was really good when I was younger, and then went through uni, obviously needed a bit of money, and now I'm self-employed, so I'm always conscious of when the next paycheck's coming. So as soon as I get an invoice, I spend half and save half.
As much as that?
Wow.
50% you save?
Yeah, 50%.
So, because I think some people, Jasmine, were told over the years you should try to have at least 1, 2 or 3 months' salary in savings.
Yes.
I mean, that is your rainy day fund. I don't know, you've got like a half a year in salary by the time at the least. It's well done you.
Thank you.
Yes, the ideal, they say, and when I say they, investors,
Whoever
top
they are.
investors and everything, they say before you get into investing, doing clever things like stocks and shares and whatever, you should have ideally, I hope you're sitting down, 6 months worth of savings. So in other words...
Grania's there easily. She's there easily already.
Absolutely.
She's got
So
more money than
work
Nolan
out
sitting there with a sound of it.
how much is it going to cost me to keep body and soul together, keep the roof over my head? Say it's £1,000 a month. Well, you multiply that by 6 grand you should have in a savings account that you do not touch, and I'll come around and smack your bottom if you do, unless something goes wrong, like you lose your job, suddenly you can't pay the bills, and so you can go there. You don't have to borrow.
Well, look, I think it started from when I was younger. My mum and my parents were great savers, so I think nowadays it's definitely changed a bit, because growing up, it was instilled in me to be a saver, whereas I think now people don't really have that same approach to savings. So as soon as they get it, they spend it, which is not like...
What's the effect this has on you, knowing that you have that safety net? Does that give you a bit more confidence?
Yeah, so I think what you're saying
You take
is...
a few more risks, for example, in your career.
I take a few more risks, but I think from your own mental health, it's definitely a lot better, because the one thing that really stresses everybody out is not having enough
it's a
money.
terrible stressor.
You literally can't focus on anything else when you're trying to juggle and you've got money coming out and you're...
Do you not find that, Tina?
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I never stress. Of course I do.
What about money?
That's life. I mean, I think everybody
We all stress
stresses
a bit
about
about money.
money, whether or not we've got it, we don't have it, we have enough or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Could you count my £60 that sits in my universal fund box? Because I am a mad hippie. So I mean, I have this £60 that I hope that the universe will multiply, etc., etc. So I do technically have
You're making
something.
this up, aren't you?
No, honestly, it's a tin box on my. Don't burgle my house, please.
Don't tell us where it is.
But I just think that you're either a saver or you're not a saver. It's really a personality trait, and I think for some people they can see the end benefit, they can understand it, they get it, and they really reap the rewards. But then there's people like me, and I don't get it, and I probably never will.
But then, Jasmine, you're saying it's not just a personality trait. You can put constraints on your own personality with a bit of preparation, a bit of planning.
Yes, because, I think essentially both are doing well in a sense. Life is about having a balance. So absolutely, we should have whatever we can now, experience and enjoy the now, but at the same time set money aside for the future. And you girls have got such a big future ahead of you. I mean, right now, as the Office of National Statistics showed, the number of over 90s has grown by 68% in the last 10 years. So you should expect, you've got 100 years plus, to live. So
that's a long time to be in debt.
I'm nearly 40. I'll never get another 100 years.
Oh, yes, easily. So, there are lots of 105-year-olds. By the time you're 100, they'll be like, 100, that's nothing. So it's, you've got a lot of time. So it's a really good idea to put just a bit aside each month if you can. So do half and half. Have some fun time each week, each day, but also put a few pence aside each day for later on. That's kind of the best way to run it.
Jim's there. Hello, Jim.
Hello.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. One thing I'd like to say, you see, people say, I'm a pensioner and I don't have the money to save, but I own my own house. Now, if I was to be put into a home, the government would insist they would actually sell my house to pay for me being in a home.
Yeah.
If you're unemployed and haven't worked for years, the government will pay it for you. So tell me, what's the sense of working just to keep one half of the society getting all the benefits they need?
Well, what do you think should happen to somebody who's unemployed, who doesn't have money, and they take ill and they need nursing care?
Say something. My personal opinion about people unemployed, and I understand it's not very nice to be unemployed,
Yeah.
but with the amount of money that certain people are getting, why don't they pay income tax on it the same as everybody else? And then there would be no stigma about them getting
Pay
benefits.
income tax on the unemployment money they get.
Yeah, why not?
All right, you give with one hand, you take it with the other.
No, you're not taking. No, because by the time they take off their personal allowances, you take all that off.
I know what you're saying, Jim. I'm just thinking of people who might be... Imagine someone who is long-term disabled, absolutely unable to work, very seriously disabled, and needs, at a certain point in their life, needs residential nursing care and has no assets whatsoever.
Rule. I would agree with you.
Let me put the point. They have no assets whatsoever. Would you begrudge them?
No, I don't begrudge it. No, I don't. I don't begrudge it because those people deserve to be looked after. But, it's unfair to people who are working that so much is spent on unemployment benefits. It hasn't changed over the years. I can remember whenever I wanted staff and you phoned up the labour exchange and they sent people to your premises with a card for you to write on a yes or no. And the first thing, I got fed up with people not turning up when you asked them to. So the first thing I would have said to them whenever they come in, do you want a job? And if they said no, I'd say, thank you, give me your card and I'll send it to you. Wasn't wasting my time.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. We're kind of moving slightly away from the savings point, but it's connected. It is connected, Jasmine, because he's kind of wondering what's the point of saving in a society where if you don't have any money, sometimes the state steps in to help.
Yeah, it's a good point, and that is one of the ways of thinking that has come in over the last few decades. That, together with being encouraged to spend, because we've been encouraged to take out credit cards.
Yeah, to spend our way out of the recession.
Absolutely. And now we have historically the lowest interest rates ever. So people are again saying, well, what's the point? And I'm really sorry about this because, frankly, it doesn't matter what interest rates are doing. It doesn't matter where you are or what happens with the economy. It's always a good idea to save, just for your own peace of mind, for your own life now and in the future. Even if you're putting it in a piggy bank or yes, a tin box in your bedroom, it's money that you can grab and you don't have to pay for it, because you do when you're borrowing. When you use your credit card, and certainly if it's a payday loan, you're paying 2-3 times the amount that you're borrowing.
I'm nervous about asking Tina about the credit card.
Oh, no.
Let's just not go there.
Bad.
All right. Jasmine, thank you very much.